Assalamu alaikum, sister. Thank you for writing to us. As I understand, um, you feel very betrayed. And according to what you had stated, you were talking with somebody and you were talking with them purely and strictly from a business perspective. Um, Later on, you caught feelings for him, and that's when, things started to go wrong. You stated that you only spoke with him 4 or 5 times during the course of a year and a half. You never met him. However, he did reveal to you in the beginning of your conversations, and I don't know why, if it was just business, maybe that's something he just felt compelled to do. But he did state that he had a past and that he did have a relationship with a girl, but they no longer saw each other because she cut him off. However, you did continue with your business relationship over the course of a year and a half, again, speaking 4 to 5 times a year. Um, but however, you did state that you caught feelings for him, even though in the beginning you were not thinking that way, you did not intend to, and it was strictly business. So let me just say a little bit about that. First of all, that's kind of how relationships often start. We talk to somebody, we may like how they're polite, we may enjoy the conversation, they're intelligent, they're articulate, they may, be kind. We may see qualities in them that are, very Islamic, and we admire that, or, other things that may catch our attention. And that's how feelings start. That's how we start liking somebody, is by getting to know them a little bit and chatting. So you ended up starting to like him and you got into a relationship with him. And then you asked him to meet your parents, which is the most appropriate thing to do. However, the big red flag was when he said no and he refused. At that point, I would say, kindly suggest to anybody to immediately cut the guy off, because if a guy is not willing to meet your parents, there's something wrong and he's hiding something. And that is also indicative of somebody who doesn't have pure intentions towards you. That's this first red flag. Um, After that, you stated that he told you not to contact him anymore, that you ruined the relationship with him and that girl, and all sorts of other um, nonsense, for lack of a better term. Sister, it's not your fault. You didn't ruin anything. You didn't destroy his and that girl's relationship. You're just kind of like an innocent bystander in this. And sadly, he's weak and he can't take responsibility for his own actions or his own feelings, it appears to be. Inshallah, you can see this. I don't know, like I said, whether he was in a relationship when he was talking with you or if he was not and it was really innocent and him and the girl got together during your relationship. I'm not really sure how that turned out. But I do know that you are not at fault. You didn't ruin anything. Um, you were just there, innocently there. And oftentimes, like, when these things happen, we can look back at, like, Islamic guidelines that we're to follow and stuff, such as not talking to people, to men alone. And this is kind of like a good example, because possibly somebody else, like, that was with you when you were talking with him, like your mom or your sister or a friend, could point out, well, this doesn't seem right, and why is he saying this, and kind of, tug your coat a little bit to some things they may have noticed that you did not. But anyhow, that's, it's said and done. It happened. Um, you just got caught up in something, and again, it has nothing to do with you, whether him and that girl are together, they're not together, or they have a relationship. That's not none of your concern, and you didn't do anything wrong. Really, you didn't. And I'm sorry this happened to you, and I'm sorry that you feel betrayed, and rightfully so, because when we talk to somebody, um, and that person states, it didn't start out like this as a personal relationship, but it started out as a business relationship, but it led to a personal relationship. But when that person states that they're single, that they may like us, we take them for their word. They're Muslim, and we don't lie. We're not supposed to lie. So why would we suspect that, somebody's lying to us? But it does happen, sadly. So that's something that's going to have to be between him and Allah. You know what I'm saying? On your end, though, sister, I would just, kindly suggest that you move on. Don't even speak to him anymore. Really, it's not worth it. Um, and please make dua to Allah that He removes any feelings of guilt or responsibility towards the girl and him, from your mind and from your heart, and that Allah can help you move on. Just make dua and pray to Allah and stay close to Allah. Um, Allah is, our best of healers, and Allah knows best. So while, I'm really sorry that you had to go through this, inshallah, in the future, you will know what to look for, maybe some of the signs. And also, you'll know yourself a little bit better that even though you thought you were not interested in him in that way, it turned out that you did start to like him. And there's nothing wrong with that. But what was wrong was that, he, messed up on his end and he wasn't being completely honest. And in the future, when you speak with a man, like in a private setting, I would kindly suggest, that you have somebody else there with you. It's just a safeguard for us. So, thank you again for writing in, and I hope, that this has given you a little bit of insight, inshallah. And you're not the only one. This happens to a lot of people, male and female. We just got to be careful. But again, um, none of this, between him and the girl, don't let him blame you. It's not your fault. And with that said, we wish you the best, and we wish you all the happiness in the world, and you're in our prayers.